look? Are we good? I think we're gonna do this today. Yeah. Let's go. How do we sound? All right. There we go. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Brink About It. My name is Matthew Brinker. And I know I promised you last week also that I was going to have somebody else on here with me, and that's clearly not happening. So I want to catch you up. I want to talk about life today. I filmed that last podcast episode. It was emotional, and I put it online, and the response I've received from people has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. The messages, oh God, and I'm doing a lot of stuff too. So if you aren't paying attention or you only found this on YouTube or wherever you're seeing this, I'm trying to do vlog stuff every day. I'm trying to do a podcast every week. I'm going to do stuff for my dogs. We're talking about doing stuff for maybe what we're calling the scrap house, which is where this conversation room is. I'm calling this a conversation room because I want this to be about conversations. I'm really thinking that Brink About It might just be me. I think I like this setup. I think I like just being able to talk. And I'm still finalizing the name of the other podcasts that I want to do. I think that's where I'm going to bring in all my creative friends. I know I've talked about it before, but I think that's the plan, is bring in all the creative friends, all the business people, and the people I want to talk to on that podcast. Or conversation. I think that I like this space for me. It's therapeutic to talk like this. It's something I'm looking forward to doing every week, to be able to sit down and just talk. It gives me content. It gives me things and stuff. And so, yeah, I don't even know where I was going with all that. Welcome back. So yeah, I filmed the podcast, put it up, and got such a great response from everybody. And that's really what I want to talk about. I'm going to catch you up first. I'm going to come back to that. Worked that night. It was kind of slow, so I ended up just kind of being a helper and leaving a little early. And it was very anticlimactic. It was the end of an era. I'm done bartending. And then I very quickly, the next day, I had to pack up and go to Winston-Salem for the week. And I spent the entire week at the University of North Carolina School for the Arts in Winston-Salem. I was with a dance and theater company from here in Wilmington. The head creative director of it is based here, went to school there, and was doing a residency. And I was there to film him teaching the students a dance, and then we filmed the dance. And I'm not saying much more about it because I'm going to have him on the other podcast eventually to talk about that. So I'm going to keep that in my brain. That's what I was doing the last week. And I started using my little Osmo and my drone to make content while I was in Winston-Salem. And it was very strange to just be on a job all week filming. And that's all I had to do. I didn't have to come back to a bar. I didn't have to think about recipes. This is it. This is what I'm doing now. I'm making content for myself and for other people. And I'm there. It was kind of surreal, honestly, to be in Winston-Salem filming all week. And it was so, so wonderful. And the theater company, the dance theater company that I was filming for, were incredible. The owner, the guys that were there to help dance and to teach, incredible. So welcoming, so fun, so open, so complimentary. I felt adored. I felt seen. I felt like, I don't know, it was great. It was great. I really couldn't ask for a much better week. As my first week as a full-time freelance guy doing this. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We're going to do a bunch of other stuff in the future. We're going to go to New York for 2 weeks in March going to go to Ohio, funny enough, in the summer. And it was just really cool. It was cool to work with the dancers. It was cool to work with the dance and theater company. It was cool to be in that creative space on a campus, school for the arts. Everybody's there for art. The whole campus is art. It's beautiful. It was a really cool experience. I ended up doing a lot less client work than I wanted to while I was there and getting a lot less done, but it was still good. I'm catching up on that. Tomorrow's going to be a full day of editing for me to catch up on those things. But it was great. And I thought I was going to stay Friday night too, but I ended up coming home Friday night so I could sleep in my own bed and I could wake up with my dogs and in my own apartment. And it was great. I left happy and full and satisfied. And then I came back and had Saturday and Sunday off. And I don't think I've had a weekend off in years like that. It was so nice just to have a weekend to chill and hang out and just exist. Just enjoy the things that I have in my life and my dogs and my apartment in Wilmington and my friends. It was cool. And then I woke up Monday and didn't do enough. I woke up today and didn't do enough. And I'm struggling with that because I am doing enough. I'm doing more than I've ever done. But I'm struggling with that because it feels like it's not enough. And it feels like it's not enough, I think, because of the uncertainty of, I don't know. I've got a bunch of stuff planned for December, but I don't really know what's happening in January. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be full-time forever at this. I might need to look for another bar job come January. Who knows? So I'm trying to be patient with myself and be kind to myself because it does feel like it's still scary. Feels like I'm doing enough, but it's still not going to be enough is what it feels like. That's probably just the negativity talking in my head though. But yeah, I wanted to talk really about the feedback I've gotten and what we're doing with this space and what we want to do and what's happening here at the Scrap House and all that. I got one message in particular from an old friend from Ohio. Watched the whole last episode, and it was after they had rage quit at their service job, and they said that episode gave them the willpower, motivation, whatever it was, to get up the next day and go apply at a bunch of places. And it was like exactly what they said they needed to hear and related to me. And I was like, cool. That's why I'm doing this. And then I got a message from another old friend back in Ohio. And I'm going to pull it up. Because I want to read it. Because it struck me in a way that really, really hit me. And it was very simple. It said, "Hey Matt, I hope this finds you well. You're doing an excellent job with your content. I'm enjoying it. Keep up the good work." And you can probably hear it in my voice. I sent him a message back and said, "Thank you. It means so much to me. Thank you, seriously." And then I went back today and said, "Hey, I want to come back to this again and say thank you again." That felt like oxygen to me. I really, really appreciate you taking a moment to send that. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, to connect with more people and grow something, to entertain. I'm not really sure what it is yet, I said, but I'm loving this. And reading that message was absolutely everything I needed to validate what I'm doing and why. So thank you. 1,000,000 times thank you. And he sent me a really nice message back. And I don't know. That was cool. That was cool. And then we just had a meeting here at what we're calling the Scrap House, which is an old fire station by Greenfield Lake here in Wilmington. And it's been renovated, and I think I've talked about it before. We've got 5 different creative agencies under this building, under this roof in this building. And Bootscrap is the name of the company that started this. And JT, I've mentioned before. So we're calling it Scrap House because it says Bootscrap out front. But there's 5 creative agencies that are in here, and it's pretty cool. But we just had a meeting, all of us, to sit and talk and spitball and this is really cool. This is really, really cool. What we're doing here is really cool, and I cannot wait to see this continue to unfold. I said to somebody the other day, I said, I've been looking for this. I've been looking for this moment for years. To be good enough to be welcomed into a building with creative people that inspire me. To sit in a room and be able to talk with them, speak the same language as them. We're all doing different things, but very similar things. But I cannot wait to see this blossom. It's going to. And we're going to use the Scrap House as a character, this conversation space as a character, our conference room as a character. We're talking about doing stuff downstairs and maybe some funny, silly things too. But it's fun. It's free. It's light. It's cool. I'm so inspired by the people that I'm getting to work next to. And we're going to film something in this space in a couple days. And then we're going to film something next week too in this space. It's just really cool. It's really inspiring. We sat down and I started off and said, hey, this is a pinch me moment, guys. I'm in this room. I've been looking for this. For a space where I can create, talk, be accepted, welcomed, celebrated. And I'm really lucky that I've found this. That they've opened these doors and welcomed me. That they listen when I speak. They ask questions. I told them at the end of the meeting, I said, I want to know everything you guys know. You guys are better than me. You're smarter than me. I want to know more about what you do and why you do it, how you do it. So I'm really inspired. I've said it before, I'm a words of affirmation person, and I'm getting affirmation right now. And not just from people going like, hey, good job, but like I'm seeing things happen, and I'm seeing the universe work for me in ways that I'm paying close attention. And I'm really excited about that. I got some of the most beautiful drone footage I've ever recorded today at Wrightsville Beach. Everything last week went off without a hitch. It was great. I've got so many things I'm working on. I've got so many things that are blossoming in the background. And it's just really exciting. And I feel like I could ramble about this all day long. And I don't know if you want to listen to that. So yeah, I'm just very, very content, very happy with kind of what's going on, things that are happening in the future, some of the seeds that are being planted right now that will grow, some of the beautiful things that we're all going to do together. It's going to be really cool. Like I really think that, we can come back in 5 years to this video at the beginning of this, after having that meeting and talking about what we all want to do and helping each other and all that. It'd be really cool to look back at this video in 5 years. And that's what that's something I mentioned to everybody too, is like, I want to be the one to help document all this stuff. I want this to be something that we can look back on and go, you remember when we called it this? Well, I didn't call it. JT called it the Scrap House. We're doing a party next week, and he sent out a flyer to all of us, like a digital flyer, and it said the Scrap House on it. And I was like, oh yeah, it's Scrap House. That's what it's gonna be. That's cool. So it'd be cool to look back on this in 5 years and see where we are. And I really hope that we're all bloomed and blossomed in our careers and in our personal lives and all the things that we touch. It's really cool. there's I think it's a Bible quote that says, "Blessed are the doers," and I'm not religious, but it's true. The people that do the stuff, the makers, the creators, blessings come their way. And I am ready for blessings, more of them, because I've already got this big blessing of this space and this room and these people and this office and the collaborations and the networks that we're all going to be able to do together. It's really cool. So I guess I could just wrap it here. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you and just talk about the last week, because I didn't do a talk last week because I was filming all week. That's why I filmed the one before. So it feels like I haven't done this in so long. That's why I feel a little bit rusty. But yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Thank you for watching. Like seriously, thank you for taking time out of your life to watch my stupid face and to listen to my stupid voice. I appreciate that. It's not lost on me. It's not lost on me that there are day by day more followers and more viewers and more comments and more texts and more input. So thank you. And if you're a client that supported me, thank you. And if you're another creative, thank you. And if you don't know who I am, thank you. Thank you to everybody. This is cool. Really, really thankful to be in this moment right now. Especially in a world where I could be anywhere else, doing anything else. I do want to say one more thing, because this was kind of the theme of something we were talking about in that meeting was, why not us? Why not me? Why not this? Why not the Scrap House? Why not Brinker Media House and Brink About It? Why not Bootscrap? Why not 2040? Why not Lindy? Why not Sam? Why not JT? Why not Marley and Creative Collective Co? Why not? Why not us? Why not the Scrap House? We've got some of the most talented people I've ever met here. Smartest people that I know, some of them. Why not us? Why can't we? So, we were talking about goals for next year and what we want to do. And I started saying, like, yeah, why not? Why not us, guys? Why not? Why can't we? And I hope that resonated with them. It seemed like it did. And I hope that resonates with you. Why not you? Why not that thing that you want to do working? Why not that thing that you want bringing you happiness? Why not that thing that you want being it for you? And I've lived my life being afraid of that reality not coming true, I think. And then I finally decided, why not? That's why you see what I'm doing. If you follow me online, you see posts and stories and videos and me and other people. And I'm just doing as much as I can, as constant as I can too. Why not? Why not us? Why not me? Why not you? Also, you can probably see some new swag in the background. There was a really cool place in Winston-Salem called Dabble Art Bar. And I bought some cool little memorabilia and trinkets from the trip to help fill up the space. We also, on the other side of the room, have now acquired our other desk and a fake plant for a joke, because the one behind me is real. And then there's a mirror over there too, which we're going to hang up so that we can make sure we look good for the camera and all that stuff. So it's all coming together. It's really fun. I'm excited. And come on, camera. Up here. Yeah. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Come on. There we go. So, yeah. I'm going to wrap it up here. Well, I guess I should finish that thought, shouldn't I? I'm a little spacey today, if you can't tell. I'm got a million things going on in my head, and not enough time to do any of them. And I'm a space cadet today. But that's fine. I'm showing up the best I've got today. Yeah, it's all coming together. Finished that thought. Dabble art bar. Bought these things. It was a super cool space, all full of art and things for sale, crafts. It was right next to Sutler Spirits Co., which does gin. Shout out Sutlers and Scott and Allie, and you make the best gin in the world. It's really good gin, actually. It's made in Winston-Salem, and it is really good gin. But yeah, right next to Sutlers, there where they distill their gin, there's this Dabble Art Bar. That's a cool collaborative space where people can go hang out and make art, work. And there's food and there's drink and there's cozy spaces and there's desks, and it was cool. It's a really, really cool spot. And I really want to go back to Winston-Salem more and work there because of all the art and the creativity. So that's something I want to do. That's a goal for next year. Travel more, create more content around that, and create more content in other cities for other businesses and other countries. That's the goal. That is the goal. And I'm stating this now before we get to 2026 that I will be full-time all year, and I will travel, and I will make art with my cameras and my drones, and I will make money while I travel to do that. I'm going to create the freedom of time and money to do beautiful things and connect with more people is what I want to do. I know that seems like, as I say that, it feels like a broad brush I'm putting on it, but it's what I want to do. So I'm going to try and do it. So passion is priceless. Execution is everything. And art is not optional. This has been Brink About It, a very chaotic, disorganized Brink About It. And my name is Matthew Brinker. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, for taking time out of your life to listen to what I have to say and to be a part of my world, and for supporting me. And yeah, thanks. That's all I got for you today. I think next week we'll do something different. Next week I'm going to have a topic I want to talk about, I think. A certain specific thing. I don't know what it is yet. I'm saying it like I know, but I don't know. I have no clue what I want to talk about. I don't even know what I'm doing. Other than just working all day tomorrow, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this all out as I go, guys. Because I don't know what I'm doing at all. Just kidding. I have a little bit of a clue. Honey, it's muy pequeño. Cool. All right. I love you. And I mean that. Bye.